in the league. From VMI, Jamal Walton and Scott Hall from Wofford. Those are the two new ADs. Really happy to have them in the league. Happy to have them here today. Two new coaches in the league this year as well. Mike Jacobs from Mercer and Trey Lamb from ETSU. Want to give all of them a round of applause. Welcome to SoCon. We held a really successful event yesterday at Pronk Studios for our student athletes. I want to thank all of the athletes and all of the coaches for working with us, for really engaging with us to put together some cool, innovative content, stuff that we're not seeing in other places in the FCS. So thank you for working with us there. I really think as you look at our new website and some of the graphics, some of the digital stuff we're doing, we're pointing up in a way that other leagues are not looking in a forward manner. And with that being said, I want to introduce Michael Cross, our commissioner, for some thoughts on where the league is today, specifically the football season.
Thank you, Dave. As the nation's fourth oldest Division I athletic conference, the Southern Conference enters its 104th year as one of the most stable conferences nationally amidst the sea of changes in the world of college athletics. Our catchphrase, "It's all here," effectively captures the strengths and attitude of the Southern Conference. Our stability is attributable to a variety of factors: educationally focused athletics, strong athletic performances, strategic investment by our institutions, competitive balance, strong leadership from our presidents, ADs, and coaches, and a geographic proximity between our institutions that is among the closest of any conference in the country. The SoCon continues to be an exceptional national example of a philosophically aligned conference across a diverse mix of public, private, and military institutions. Alignment will be crucial as we navigate the incredible changes happening both on the financial structure and governance of college athletics. The themes I heard during my first year as commissioner have been consistent: the need for resources and the need to define who we are in this changing landscape. I can tell you as I travel the country, attending commissioner meetings and industry events, the alignment of the SoCon does stand out. A lot of people tend to treat everyone outside the ACC, the Big Ten, the SEC, and the Big 12 like they're a small town. As you know, in a small town, some people try like crazy to get out. But other people stay because they recognize it's their own place and their own town, and it has everything they need. It's interesting, it's approachable, and it has unique characteristics of that special place. And we believe that is true for the SoCon when we say it's all here. Earlier today, the SoCon CEOs, ADs, and SWAs met with NCAA President Charlie Baker. It was a productive conversation about the future of the NCAA and the anticipated antitrust settlement, which will cost the Southern Conference $27 million over the next decade from reduced NCAA distributions. The settlement will provide billions of dollars to former, current, and future college athletes in the form of direct payments from revenue sharing and increased scholarships. The settlement provides the ability to plan for the future with a reduced but not eliminated threat of legal action. The relative certainty from the settlement is only valuable if we learn from the mistakes that got us here. That lesson is clear. Anti-competitive practices and restraint of trade cannot continue, and those expectations are shaping the future of college sports. The changes will include a shakeup of the NCAA structure that is unnecessarily complicated, overly restrictive, and hasn't evolved as our business changed. As I consider how the structure might be improved, I think the right approach can be summarized in one word, and that word is freedom. Fewer rules, less bureaucracy, more decisions being made at the conference level, not nationally. There are three primary areas where a national approach to NCAA governance continues to make sense. First, conference champions should have access to every NCAA championship with automatic qualifiers for every sport. Second, Revenue distribution needs to be maintained for men's and women's basketball performance and meeting academic benchmarks. And finally, playing rules for all NCAA sports need to be agreed upon. In the simplest terms, we can't have one football team playing with 11 and the other team playing with only 10. In the vast majority of remaining areas, whether it's eligibility, financial aid, recruiting, benefits, enforcement, separation of the Power Four from the rest of Division I under the NCAA structure would benefit all parties. Power Four conferences have been clear that significant additional freedom is their goal, and the SoCon supports that position and in fact seeks that same freedom for ourselves. The Power Four and the other conferences governing themselves as they see fit does not in any way prevent us from meeting on the field or court. Likewise, independent decision-making for non-power conferences free from Power Four concerns does not cause them or us any difficulties. The Olympic Games that start this week are very instructive in this regard. Each country has a vastly different approach to resources in their organization, yet they all manage to effectively compete on a regular basis across 75 sports in the summer and winter games. They agree on the playing rules and then determine who is better on the field. Winners aren't declared based on who has the largest budget. College athletics shouldn't be any different. Resource differences, even as they increase under the NCAA settlement, are not barriers to maintaining Division I competition within the NCAA structure. But make no mistake, these changes will have a profound impact on the Southern Conference. Retaining the best aspects of college athletics, representing an institution for your entire athletics career, building team culture, and being part of something bigger than yourself will be harder than ever. Name, image, and likeness payments that encourage annual free agency through the transfer portal are here to stay. This year, nearly 4,000 football athletes entered the portal, a more than 10% increase from the prior year's record. Accepting the hard realities about the state of college athletics calls for creative solutions and entrepreneurial ideas across the Southern Conference. Coaches like to say control the controllables, and that's exactly what the SoCon is going to do in the face of change. We will develop creative strategies, keep our efforts focused, and our attitudes positive to make sure the SoCon provides our athletes and our coaches with as much stability and support as possible. We're not victims, we're resilient, and we're going to blaze a trail for the next 100 years of the SoCon, maintaining an unwavering educational commitment that is mission critical for the SoCon and its member institutions. Our efforts this year will include an emphasis on revenue generation, evaluation, and possible extensions of important contracts that are nearing conclusion, and reinforcing the notion that in the SoCon, it's all here. Corporate and community partners to support our institutions, student athletes, and SoCon championships are more important than ever. Success isn't possible without our good friends at Ingalls Markets, Holston Gases, Adidas, Coke, Explore Asheville, the Harris Cherokee Center, the Asheville Sports Commission, Penske, One Spartanburg, and Visit Greenville. And we're in significant conversations with other prospective partners. We thank all of these businesses and community leaders for their support and partnership with the SoCon and for their investment in the student athletes across our campuses. Beyond corporate support, utilizing technology to promote and serve the SoCon is part of our vision. Our website, SoConSports.com, has never looked so good through our new partnership with Boost Sports. Boost and our staff will be utilizing artificial intelligence to generate content, both written and video highlights this year. Their vision, creative expertise, data capabilities, and technology tools are exceptional, and our schools and their fan bases will benefit from expanded automated content. The Boost platform will also be used to reinvigorate our e-commerce efforts. For the first time, our student athletes here today worked with fashion designers to develop SoCon championship apparel and merchandise ideas that you'll see as our conference champions are crowned throughout the year. Our athletes also participate in creating video and graphics through Prong Studios here in Greenville to develop fresh media content for the upcoming season. All of these efforts will be integrated into our data analytics to assist with even better decision making. Obviously, these types of efforts are best when supported by strong media rights agreements and committed championship hosts. Tomorrow, we are formally announcing an agreement with Trail Runner International to help guide us through an evaluation of our television rights agreements with ESPN, CBS, and Nexstar. Trail Runner will also provide counsel as we approach the conclusion of our current agreement to host the Ingles SoCon Basketball Championships in Asheville. And in November, we will host an inaugural neutral site volleyball championship in Asheville with Ingles, Explore Asheville, and the Asheville-Buncombe Regional Sports Commission, all supporting this event at the Harris Cherokee Center. We believe our teams will strongly be supported by the volleyball community in the Asheville area, which is very passionate about the sport. But our purpose for gathering here today is football, which is central and integral to the conference's competitive excellence. No sport generates more attendance in the SoCon or more television and streaming viewers, and SoCon football continues to be the sport where we have the single best opportunity to qualify multiple teams for an NCAA championship and make significant postseason runs. We are notably different from other top FCS conferences. SoCon teams cannot avoid playing each other. Conferences that have the ability to schedule their top teams in a manner that avoids direct competition with each other creates an illusion of strength through talking points, rather than actual data points that come from head-to-head competition. On SoCon Saturdays, there's nowhere to hide. I'm very comfortable stating that half the SoCon is worthy of inclusion in the NCAA championship field this year, and we will make sure that message is heard and understood through our performance, data, and storytelling. Our competitive strength in the national landscape starts with the coaches in this room and the athletes who are here with them today. Our programs are supported by strong institutions, outstanding campus leadership, and engaged alumni who are invested in success. All of our teams have been nationally ranked in the last 8 years, and the SoCon finished the 2023 season with 4 ranked teams. We have numerous preseason All-Americans, and half our teams are receiving recognition in this year's polls. This season is full of promise, and I cannot wait to see the excitement that unfolds on SoCon Saturdays. In conclusion, thank you to everyone who contributed to make this day possible, the entire SoCon staff, the Hotel Harvest, our football coaches, ADs, and communication staff from all the campuses, staff from Wofford and Furman who assisted with this event, and of course we appreciate the media members who are here today. Thank you sincerely for your coverage not only today, but throughout the year. Your collective passion for SoCon football is truly appreciated. You'll see this afternoon why the 18 student athletes here were selected as the best of the best in their programs. They're leaders and tremendous representatives of their schools and the SoCon, and I encourage our athletes to take full advantage of the opportunity to share your personal stories and to promote your teams and the other teams in the SoCon. Our competitive excellence and performance starts with all of you, and our institutions and the conference are incredibly proud to have you here today and can't wait to see you compete on SoCon Saturdays. Thank you for being here with us at Media Day and for the sacrifices and commitments that you make as student athletes throughout the season to show the country and everyone across the globe that it's all here on SoCon Saturdays. Now it's time to light this candle. I'm going to turn the floor over to our coaches and student athletes in the media, and I thank you for your attendance today.